Goblin House Studios.
Welcome to our actual play tabletop podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 12 of our tabletop podcast. I'm Matt, and I play Shrimp Stomp.
I'm Spook Jim, and I play Galliot Delaric.
I'm Jojo, and I play Ninx.
I'm Bianca, and I play Leylothia.
Hey everyone, I'm Cody, and I play Thoradin Stronghollow.
I'm Adam, I'm our game master. In our last episode, the party stayed the night at the Desert Cloud Inn, and during the night, there was a few dreams and visions that took place. Ninx communed with the Earth Mother and received a vision of a graveyard somewhere in the north of the city that belongs to the Bartold family. As the group is finishing up their breakfast, what are you going to do today?
Well, I'm going to sally up to the barkeep. Do you have the address for Bergerac?
Oh, I do. Thank you again for doing that little errand for me. I appreciate it.
Hey,
He tells you the address.
I jotted down. Well, we'll be back in a few.
I owe you a beer.
Oh.
A good one, too.
A good one. Well, I definitely will hurry back.
I appreciate it, Master Dwarf.
Well, if everyone else is ready to go.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Okay, that address is on the very edge of the Ruka Enclave, just a bit to the north of here. And when you get there, it's a small stone house with a few windows, a front and back door. The curtains are drawn. What do you do?
Well, this looks dreary. I'll walk up to the front door and just boom, 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 just as loud as I can.
Thoradin, you'll wake the dead.
There's no answer.
Give it one more good knock.
And I'll just do it again. Boom, boom, boom.
They're awake now.
Hey, they better be. I've a beer riding on this.
Can anyone see in the windows?
It's a 14.
Okay.
Listen.
Oh, Galliot, as you're peeking between the curtains, you see an empty kitchen. There's no fire in the hearth. There's an empty coat hook near the door. Nobody there. You don't see anything suspicious.
Not here.
It looks like he left on his own.
The door is still
Horribly.
locked if you try the doorknob.
Hey, try that.
Locked and no answer.
Well, I believe we've done what we can here.
You just wanted a beer. A brunch beer. Because you already had your breakfast beer.
Hey. The promised beer is promised beer, all right?
I run up to one of the guys in the street and I ask, "Hey, sir, do you know where Mr. Bergerac went?"
Oh, Mr. Bergerac, he left last night. He's not home yet, it seems.
Was he alone or with somebody?
He was alone, I think.
Okay. Also, one more question. Do you know where the Bartold?
Bartold? Never heard of him.
I kind of huff in, okay. Thank you anyways. And I go through my bag and I hand him a silver. Thank you for your time.
Oh, may you be blessed by the desert winds. How
Yeah.
kind of you.
You too. And I turn around and Sir Thoradin, yeah, the guy I was just talking to, he didn't see him. Well, he saw him leave, but he hasn't returned, so.
Well,
And he wasn't with anybody.
maybe he went to a brothel. Well, let's report back.
But we need to still go north.
All right, you want to go to someone's, a rich family's graveyard, right? Well, that's going to be several hours walk. This will take 10 minutes.
Okay, fine.
11 with the beer.
It may take a little longer with beer, but
Okay.
but I'm sure the dead can wait.
Rude? Okay.
Priorities, boy.
Looks at my shirt.
Why do you keep doing that?
She's just looking at her sloth. I mean, he's just looking at her sloth. Just leave him alone.
Yeah, no, I just want to know why he keeps doing that every time I say that.
Anyways,
Anyways.
let's get a move on.
Okay.
Like, narrow my eyes suspiciously.
You return to the desert cloud, and it's morning by now, and the whole tavern is filled with halflings enjoying their breakfast. And as you walk in, the bartender nods to you with a smile.
I just I walk up to him. Well, I apologize, but Bergerac, he was not home.
Ah, that's too bad. He must have been having a night on the town somewhere other than here.
I think that's probably correct.
Well, let's hope he has some good story for me. I owe you a beer, Master Dwarf.
I will gladly accept it.
Coming right up.
Jinx is looking around, and I eye a table of halflings, and I walk up, well, climb up on the table,
Climb up on their table.
God.
and I say, I got a gold piece for information.
These halflings' eyes light up and they stop eating their breakfast. Oh my! You're on our table here. That's interesting. What can we do to get this gold piece?
I'm looking for a rich family home in the north.
Well, there's a lot of rich families up north.
One that has a cemetery with a creepy tree.
To be honest, that sounds like every cemetery to me.
The family motto is, I build truth or I build the truth.
I don't recognize the motto. Do you have a name?
Yes. The Bartolds.
I do recognize the Bartolds. Yes, they're one of the rich families in the city.
Do you know where their family home is located?
Let's see. Tibble, do you have a map on you? I do. He unrolls a map of the city, and the halflings start hunting through it, looking for something. After a moment, they tap on the map, and aha! These 3 parcels of land right here up north, they all belong to the Bartold.
Can you give me directions or sell me your map?
I could give you directions, but this map is expensive. We couldn't part with it for less than 20 pieces of gold.
I got a mushroom.
That won't do it, I'm afraid. Isn't that right, boys?
I have special mushroom.
One of the halflings raises his eyebrow.
Jesus Christ.
I could buy a lot of those for 20 pieces of gold, so it's not,
So Thorin accepts his beer, and he's like, "Oh yes." He starts sipping on it. I'm like, "Oh, free beer is the best beer." I turn around and see Ninx on this table bothering these guys. I'm just like,
waving money.
Waving money around. Yeah, just like.
I'm going to march over there and attempt to grab Ninx off the table. 15?
I got a 15 plus 1, which is a 16.
Ninx squirms out of your grasp.
Get down from there! What are you doing?
I'm trying to get information for the Bartold house.
I'm trying to make another swipe at her. Get down.
Oh, are we negotiating over here?
I look at them. I'm terribly, terribly sorry for all this.
Hey, we're bargaining here. We were about to sell this map to her for 30 pieces of gold.
He said 20.
I'm sorry. For how much?
25 pieces of gold.
He said 20.
Sounds like
I look at the map.
Maps are not cheap.
Aye, you're correct. They are not cheap, but they're not 25 gold expensive either.
Oh, good luck finding a cheaper one that's accurate.
I hand him my gold piece.
Snatch.
I get out a piece of parchment and I sketch real quick. Thank you!
God.
And I throw another silver.
Oh, snatch.
What are you doing? You can't just climb up on people's dinner tables.
I paid him.
Brunch tables.
Breakfast tables, whatever. You made me spit my beer out.
I paid him.
Well, what did you find out?
Where the Bartold house is and where the cemetery.
You're really excited to go dig up some dead bodies.
I'm more excited.
I swear, people in it's a dream. Why are we putting so much stock in dreams? Thorin is just like, like you can visibly see like red in his cheeks.
I look at him and go, and I look at him, well, I contemplate within, and then I look at him and go, you haven't been visited yet.
That sounds horrifying.
I got visited by Myra.
You know what will happen if someone tries to visit me? They'll get a hammer in the face.
What if it's Satoan that visited?
Satoan doesn't visit.
Tomato.
You'll see.
Like, I'm gonna swipe at my the rest of my beer. Just throw it back.
Leilathia blows another smoke of another cloud of sky thistle at Thornton, hoping it does something.
How are you going to deal with this elf constantly blowing smoke in your face?
Warden, when she does that, he's just gonna like drop his mug, look at her, and just squirt beer into her face.
Oh, shit.
She catches it and drinks the whole gulp.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh.
That's nasty.
What the fuck?
Where are we going with this?
This is weird.
Well, that took a turn.
Okay, well, Leilathia drinks
Thanks for the
Thornton's
free
squirt.
beer, Thornton.
That was Thornton just like just sits the mug down and just storms up.
So is it
Yeah, double check it.
Okay, recording. All right, so what's the plan?
Now, let's follow.
Yeah, we need to head to the Bartold.
I'll follow Ninx.
Yup.
I guess.
Follow this little mushroom.
I guess.
I get out my weird parchment paper of a map.
So you already know it's going to take several hours to get that far north on the city on foot. Make all of you make an intelligence check. I'm sorry, an insight check.
Oh no.
I suck.
Insight.
Oh good. Oh goody.
Insight, you said?
Yes, sir.
That's a 14 for Shrimp Stomp.
That's
14
a
for me,
7
too.
for
That
me.
is a nat 26.
You get 7.
2
It's
plus
not
5.
even
13.
shocking.
You're like, it's not fair.
You get a +5.
Well, yeah, I know, but like for 8.
I have a +6 to insight.
Some of you, if you think about it, if y'all are heading to the nicest part of the city, rich folks, with a goblin in tow, that might be a challenge. Are you going to do anything to disguise Shrimp Stomp, or?
We just put him in a
Thornton.
trash bag.
Right now, he's
We could go with the onion idea.
Yeah, we still have the onions.
A real stinky homeless person, even that they may not like.
Look,
Thornton's a
you could
little miffed
disguise
right now.
him as something and just have a skunk and just like shake the skunk when people get too close or start asking questions.
So, what are you going to do to get Shrimp Stomp disguised to go to the northern part of the city?
Throw him into a bathhouse. Not really.
Well, we could always, narrows his eyes at Ninx. We could always disguise him as a sort of...
Find a skunk.
For a day.
Look, we're going into territory that is controlled by very rich noble. Do any of you know how to act properly in that setting?
Do you?
Why are you looking at me?
As a matter of fact, yes, I do.
He's the only one.
Gallion might.
Unless he insults one of the richest women in the city on the first date.
If you pop up,
What if we just stick to
Look,
side
God.
roads and back roads?
Hold on. He mentioned the back road.
Well, we could do that, but it will add many, many more hours.
But it would be safer to sneak instead of boldly march.
Through alleys filled with all kinds of brigands.
What if we just put him in like a backpack? Zip it.
Are you going to carry the backpack?
If I have to, shit.
Are you going to let...
I'm gonna get him so high. It'll be fine. It'll be an experience for both of us. If I must do that.
The worst smelling backpack.
I mean,
Sorry.
Don't throw up in the backpack.
don't throw. He's not gonna throw up in the backpack. He's probably
an
gonna
option.
fall asleep. And this is. I'm the
well.
comfiest I've ever been, wrapped up in myself.
We are a bunch of very heavily armed individuals.
Yeah, and what do you think? I'm a weakling? Think I can't do it, Thornton?
I want to see you do it.
I'm gonna flip and do it.
Do it. Do you have a backpack?
Shit. Well, this epic adventure of going through alleys and stuff, I'm sure we could come across maybe one of them smell-proof backpacks.
Smell-proof?
Oh, sorry.
Sounds blasphemous. Goblin.
You must be proud of your smell.
Well, you can be proud
Reaches
of your
every
smell.
nose.
Oh. It'll get to your nose.
I say we go through the alley. I just thought of it. We don't have anything to disguise young Shrimp Stomp as a sort of...
we just take away all of his things.
I do have some clothes, but yeah.
I'm telling you, I think the backpack and alleys and stuff.
He could be a prisoner.
What is wrong with me?
All right, I'll take the lead through the alleys.
If push comes to shove, he's our prisoner.
It's a good plan.
We'll just start beating him up. Everyone's like, "What's that goblin?
Smack him.
What's that goblin doing here?" We'll just start jumping him. Like, yeah, we told you.
All right, I'll lead us through the alleys.
Okay.
Ninx, you take you take up the rear, and hopefully someone snatches you.
Okay, well, since
Well,
I'm bringing up the rear, you need this. So I hand him the map.
Like, what the hell is that? Okay, new plan.
There's like a corner side.
You lead us there.
And you'll be the bottom?
Smiley
Huh?
faces.
No, I'll be right behind her. And Shrimp Stomp will be in the middle.
Okay.
You take up the rear.
All right, so we.
Hey, you have
Okay, but
you've got the
Moonshadow.
ranged attacks.
The moon shadows.
Yep, he's still there following you.
Doesn't your dog follow you anyway?
Well, I mean, sometimes
He's a fox.
people think that
I'm
they can
not
put
a dog.
Emo
And
dog.
he's very cute.
Calm down.
I look down at him.
I
don't
boop
say
his
anything.
nose.
Just like-
He just stares at you, narrowed eyes.
He just boops his nose.
Come on, Moonshadow. Let's go.
He doesn't
Let's
like
go
that.
with our sky thistle. We'll show him how to protect that body.
It's the rear.
Where did you find these people, Lelathia?
What do you mean, you
no,
people?
they're so weird.
You were here the entire time. Where did you find them?
Like we didn't even move away before you said that.
All right, so we take off.
The fox is the racist one.
He's
Do we need to do a stealth or?
I mean, I feel like we're just if we're just walking through the alleys. I mean, we're not like trying to hide, really.
Also, I mean, my biggest concern is the smell is so no.
Yeah,
That's why we're going through the alleys.
The
it
trash
already
and
smells like trash.
Okay.
Very proud smells.
For most of your journey through the city, it's the poorer or middle class areas, and you don't have to stress too much. When you do get to the northern districts, you start seeing more guards, more streets being channeled through gates, and that's when you need to begin hiding in the alleys. But these alleys, if they could even be called that, are really just side streets because they're still nice. However, it takes you forever because you'll turn down a street, there's a guard. So you turn around and go a different way, go around a building. In doing so, you're able to avoid getting stopped by anyone, but it takes you hours. And by the time you're approaching where you believe the Bartold Cemetery is, the sun is already setting. It took you all day to get here incognito.
I'm gonna rifle through my pack and pull out a little ration kit and open up and start dry bread.
I always
Some berry. Are y'all hungry over there?
Yeah, Shrimp Sound's definitely hungry.
I think Galliot's like. just
Oh,
little
thank
bits.
you.
That's kind of you.
Tasty, tasty.
It becomes even more easy to sneak around as darkness falls. And before long, you get to a very quiet, spooky part of the city. And you do at the, there's a street, kind of lonely, with a high wall on the left. And you come across a stone arch with a gate that over the top of the arch, it says Fiernum Iet Tial.
It's here, right here.
Thornton walks past. It's oh.
This is what I saw in my vision.
When you peer through that metal gate, you see a small, walled-in cemetery dominated by an enormous tree, just like in your vision. The center of it burnt out and split, the other branches kind of spreading over the cemetery. And you see several statues with these are not simple graves. There's these stone monuments on the ground scattered throughout. And make a perception check.
All of us are just her.
All
Shrimp Sound did a 7.
21.
Shrimp Sound's busy thinking about if Link's visions are real. Maybe his dream with Amira was actually real.
23.
That's a big fat 7.
14.
14. Inks and Leilathia, you, this is almost appropriate. You're kind of in this zone. It's very quiet. You can hear the breeze coming through this big tree. And you see some shape in the overhanging vines and plants coming over the wall on the opposite side. You see there's something moving in that. And what also catches your eye is in between your position and that, you see a patch of earth with a wooden temporary gravestone, perhaps, planted in front of it. There's a freshly dug grave to the right of the big tree. It's too far away to read what name it has on it. And you feel a real spooky vibe in the air.
Careful.
It looks like it's all locked up, and there's no need for us to go in there.
Yes, there is.
What? What? No such thing.
It's okay, Thornton.
And
I feel it too.
Just to prove her wrong, I'm gonna just walk up and try to open.
It's locked, but you know that you could probably smash this lock with your hammer if you chose.
Well, it's locked, and yeah, there's just nothing that we can do.
Is this just like a stone door, right?
It's a stone arch, but the gate is like wrought iron.
Yeah, just hop over. There'll be no
I can get through.
evidence.
Do I look like I do hopping?
You look like a great hurdler.
Yes, I've seen you like jump in midair and crush skulls with your hammer axe.
It's a warhammer.
Hammer axe.
Well, it just splits their heads. So crazy.
It's what warhammers do.
Whatever.
But yep, no, it's locked and we can't get in.
You can pick it.
No, look, just hit it right here.
And Shrimp Stomp smashes the lock with his mace.
Oh, thank
Damn.
gosh. At least somebody's not a
The
chick.
wrought iron gate swings open as the
Mm.
lock is crushed.
And we're not worried about being too loud.
Shrimp Stomp, what a brave soldier.
Thank you. See it? And I found a scary tree.
And
Okay. My voice carries. I'm sorry.
Do you enter the cemetery?
Oh, most definitely.
yes.
The shade.
Well,
Thornton, to prove that he's not a chicken, he just boldly starts walking through the gate. It's like just grumbling under his breath. Call me a chicken. I'll show you.
What did you have for
I'll
breakfast?
show all of you.
Galliot,
What
do
did you have
enter?
for breakfast?
I want to stay just out of the gate, so I can't be charged with trespassing.
And keep an eye out. Make
Yeah.
sure.
I want to roll, since we're very clearly breaking and entering.
Yeah, go ahead.
That is a 2.
You look around, you definitely don't see anyone looking at you, and you don't see many windows or obvious places that someone could be stationed to watch you or watch the gate.
It's +3. So, it's 5.
You don't see it.
Still nothing.
Well, it looks good. Turns around. Oi, you got a license to be there?
Well, on your left, you see that overgrown by some brambles is a small shed with some tools nearby, closed. You can see some of these, I'll call it a mausoleum. You see some of these statues and sarcophagi scattered throughout. Who goes further into the cemetery to see what's on the far side?
I do. Because as me being me, I'm doing my ritualistic duty and I'm showing reverence to the graves, more so paying more attention to the ones that have the statues and putting my...
Okay.
Well, we found your graveyard. There's the big scary tree. And now we're just
And there's...
giving mushrooms to graves.
And more importantly, here's the grave that was shown. And I point to the one that's the freshly dug.
Thornton just looks at you and the grave skeptically.
The grave marker reads Del Sonora Iovianas.
Oh, of course it does.
Wasn't that the
Yes.
wizard?
The wizard lady.
The one that Bartold was went outside of the city to warn.
Well, I suppose they had to bury her somewhere.
They were connected.
Maybe it might be not a distant leap of logic to think maybe she...
They were both wizards. There's probably a pretty good chance that they were,
Blood bonded.
doubt that. But who knows? I've seen stranger things.
In a way, we need to help her.
She's dead.
No, she's not.
What?
Who steps closest to the grave?
I do.
Definitely not Shrimp Stomp.
When
He's
you,
starting to think about that dream he had.
when you get closer, you hear a popping, crackling sound. And each of you, your mark begins to burn. And you see an arc of purple electricity. It almost looks like arc from one of you to the next.
Oh no.
All the way back to Galliot and wrapping around to Thoradin, creating a chain. And that forwardmost part of the chain dips underground towards where that grave is.
We have to get
But
her out.
lower.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
And it hurts.
Oh no!
She's
Not
being
again.
What are y'all doing?
What did you do?
I thing.
I bet you if we bring her up, we can figure out how to get this stuff off.
I am not digging up a body.
What are you talking about?
But you heard Zen. We needed everybody. We needed to complete the chain.
Make a perception check.
So we don't need everyone. We need everybody.
I got a 15.
I got a
7.
16.
I'm still up. 14. Again.
19.
You hear some night birds make a sound, but it's a kind of weird, echoey, whispery version of it. And the little bit of motion that you had seen on the opposite end of the cemetery stops. It doesn't move anymore. And very close to y'all on the right, some of the bushes and vines and brambles and tree branches overhanging the wall to your right suddenly opens up, and a figure starts to come out. A big figure.
Thoradin just immediately turns towards the threat, and he just pulls out his shield and his mace, and he's ready. He's ready to go.
Nix grabs her card, sits down, and starts looking for her card for Spirit Man.
I knew this was a bad idea.
Shrimpslump's going to run up towards Neeks to kind of help protect up there all by themselves.
Galliot, are you peeking through the gate to see what's going on?
I don't think so. I think he's more focused on seeing if.
Okay. Well, for those of you who are in the cemetery, this mass of brambles and crawling plants spreads apart to reveal a green feminine face that comes out of it, and it parts as if it's her hair. But she's big. It's like twice the size of a person. And it's a very serene face. Little flowers begin to appear on the plants that seem to be her hair. And she looks at you with a frightened, kind of desperate expression. And a big mass of vegetation comes up in the air and forms an arm. And it points down at the grave. But where a hand and a forearm would be, it's just a blackened, rotting shape. But it still looks as if she's pointing towards that grave. And she looks afraid.
What in Satoan's name is that?
That's the lady.
The lady?
Yes.
The dead lady.
The green glowy lady. The one I was telling you about that's needed our help.
Thoradin is just staring at all this, just
You didn't pay
stupefied.
attention to the
Just
stupid dream.
stupefied.
I thought dreams were just dreams.
Dreams are just dreams. This is all a coincidence.
Oh, yes.
You hear an owl's hoot, but a very short, sharp one, as if you disturbed an owl in its nest. And if you look, the green lady in front of you is looking up towards the tree now, and she gestures further with that rotting stump of an arm, and she looks afraid.
She gesturing towards the tree or towards the...
Kind of above the grave, towards the tree, very emphatically.
Thoradin's slowly, he's just gonna turn his attention from this giant moss lady up towards where she's pointing.
Hovering in the Matt, the cat seemed to have opened the curtain or something. Hovering in the branches of this huge tree, basically above that grave, you see some hazy purple points of light. And a column of shadows starts just descending from the branch. And you see a figure that's floating, lowering down closer to the grave. And those lights coalesce into 2 points that are eyes. And you see now a ghostly, horrible-looking figure with a male figure with a beard that looks like it's made of seaweed or something. These purple points of light in place of eyes. One of its arms is a huge tentacle that ends with an eel's head. And its lower torso just sort of becomes this ragged shroud-like shape. And it is looking directly at y'all. It has a kind of a nimbus of purple energy around you. It reminds you of those black cloaked men. Some of them seemed to be mutations and had purple eyes. It looks very similar to them.
Told you the tree had a soul.
The
Thornton is gonna like just turn his head towards Nynx and just like glare at her for a second. Like, shut up.
the figure opens its mouth and a bone-chilling echo appears as it speaks.
And while it does that, I find my card, and I go, because I'm going to ask for Wielda to help us. And I'm going to say, how can I put it?
I think you're helping Wielda at this point.
Well, I'm going to use her to help me harness my spirit. So, how can I word it the right way? In honor of Wielda, you just cast.
The spell?
Yes.
Okay. Before you're able to cast that, though, in a booming, echoey voice, the figure looks down at you and speaks.
You think this tree has a soul? It has no more soul than I. Damn your eyes for coming to this place. I'll send you to the deep.
And with that, we're going to conclude this episode on a cliffhanger. What is our party going to do? I think they're going to be in for quite a fight.
I, for one, would like to change sides to. I would like to join the army of Cthulhu.
Yeah. To become this. I want to become a fucking ghost tree. What the hell?
He ain't part of the tree, I'll tell you that. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. I hope you're excited for the next episode.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Goblin House ST.
Follow us on Facebook at Goblin House Studios.
Also, you can follow us on TikTok, also as Goblin House.
And on a personal note, I would like to say please support your local hobby shop. They need you to stay alive, and please do so. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.